Hey y'all, Angie here. Did you see the big announcement? This year's incentive trips, Cozumel in October, mid-October, what was like October 20th or something, leaving from Miami. Qualification period starts February 1st, goes through January 30th, but this month, January, your PRS counts. $1 equals 1 point. It's bonus points. So, anything you've sold this month counts, and anything the rest of the month. So you still have time to get those bonus points. Y'all want to be on this trip. I mean, last year's trip was Jamaica, and it was awesome. I only made it to half of it. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard that story, but the half that I was at was fun. So this year I need to try to make it to the whole thing, probably. So make a plan. You need 25,000 points to get yourself and a guest on the boat. Make a plan of how you're going to do that. Write it down and stick to it. If you don't know, like if you need help planning that out, contact your sponsor, your elite upline. If you're in my downline, if you're in my circle or whatever, message me and I'll help you plan it out. Okay, so I've been at my parents' house the past few weeks, just hanging out. They live in a small town, Gilmer, Texas. It's like 4,000 people, tiny little town. And Saturday night, about 9 o'clock, it had been raining. It was cold, just wet, yucky, dark. And we're sitting in the living room, and there's a knock on the door. And it was a Girl Scout, a 13-year-old Girl Scout and her mother. And they were going door to door selling Girl Scout cookies. They had been doing that all day long. That morning, they loaded up the car full of boxes of cookies, and they had spent all day going door to door. So they came in. My mom bought 10 boxes, and I was sitting there talking to her, and she's been in Girl Scouts for a few years. My mother has bought from her every year because this little girl has built up a customer base, y'all. She goes to the same houses every year, and they expect her every year. They know that she's going to come knocking on their door. She has a client base that she has built up. Her mom helps her, does whatever she needs to help her to sell her boxes. I've seen Girl Scouts, I've seen like Facebook events started for girls to sell their cookies. You see them set up on the side of the road. You see them set up at Walmart. So when you see them set up at Walmart or wherever, whatever store, and all day long they ask people, would you like to buy some cookies? Would you like to buy some cookies? Would you like to buy some cookies? How many no's do you think that they get? They get tons of no's. But do you think that doesn't stop them? A no doesn't hurt their feelings. They keep going. And it's because they have set a goal of how many boxes they are going to sell, and they're going to do what they have to do to meet that goal. This girl in particular, I was sitting there talking to her, and I said, well, how many boxes have you sold today? She's like, well, it's been a really bad day. I guess because of the weather. She's like, it's been horrible. I've only sold 75 boxes. And I was just like, 75 boxes in one day? I want to be like, girl, I need you on my team right now. Too bad she's only 13. I mean, if I was to ask someone, on my team, how's your day been? And they said, I've only sold $75 or I've only sold a few mascaras. It's been bad. I would want to get up and dance a jiggity jig, because that means that they aren't satisfied with just whatever. They really want to sell and make it. You know what I mean? And so then I was like, well, how many? And I think they have 2 months to sell their cookies. And I was like, how many boxes do you want to sell? Are you wanting to sell total? She's like, I have to sell 1,200. I said, well, do you get something if you sell 1,200? She's like, I get a free cruise. She's like, if I sell my 1,200, I will get to go on a free cruise with other Girl Scouts who met their goal. This little girl, she's 13. She's making herself a plan, and she's going to sell 1,200 boxes of cookies in 2 months so that she gets a free cruise. And she's going to do it. I know she's going to do it. I mean, if she's out going door to door all day on a Saturday, when it's cold and raining, she's going to do it. So are you going to do it? Are you going to make your plan for your 1,200 boxes to get your free cruise? I mean, really, there's so many different ways for you to get points. Your PRS counts. Your paid as status counts for Pinkin' Up, I believe. If you have someone you sponsor and they promote to Pinkin' Up, you get points for that. You get points for getting a convention ticket. There's going to be, and they usually throw different bonus points in throughout the months. Um, but yeah, make a plan, write it down, and stick to it. Now, this past cruise, I knew a lot of people that were on it, but there wasn't one person from my circle that was on it. And that really, like, that sucks. There was not one person from my circle that was on the cruise with me. And last year at convention, there was only one person from my circle, and that was Heather. And you know what? She promoted to elite a couple months after convention. Because that's what convention does. It gets you pumped up and you start promoting, really, seriously. But it just, I really, this year, I want to see more people from, my circle, my peeps on this trip and everything with us. So please contact me if you need to, and I'll help you figure out how to get your points. I want to see y'all on this cruise. Hopefully I'll make it for the whole thing. I probably shouldn't try to drive to Miami this year. I should probably just bite the bullet and fly. So yes, let's all be like the Girl Scouts. Don't let no get you down. Just keep trying to sell. Earn your free cruise, just like those little girls are doing, okay? Because they are some freaking boss babes. They are boss babes in the making. Seriously. I don't know, when I was a kid, I wasn't standing out at Walmart trying to sell Girl Scout cookies. No, ma'am. So, yeah. Okay, well, talk to y'all later. Let's get busy the next, like forever, but especially this next, during the qualification period. Let's all earn that cruise, okay? Bye.